Yo, what's up, friends? It's Dave. Hope you are having a wonderful day. It's Tuesday, October 20th, a little after 11:15 a.m. in the Eastern time zone. Hey, do me a favor, say hello wherever you're watching this. So let me know that you're watching, where you're watching from, if you're watching live, watching the replay. And if you have any comments, questions as we go, feel free to pop them in there. Obviously, I won't be able to answer all of your questions, but I'll answer the ones I can get to. And if you happen to be watching the replay, sometimes I do double back and answer questions wherever I can. So if you have questions, pop them in there. So I want to share something with you today. A lot of people have been asking me about building a business. I saw some data that said like in the third quarter of 2020, there have been more new businesses launched than ever before in any other quarter before. Now, I don't know where that data came from. You're going to have to go do your own research on that and double check it. But the number is huge, and I've seen lots of data sources that suggest something similar. Hey, what's up, Israel? So the people are launching businesses in record numbers, which I love because that means they are foregoing the victim mentality, and they're saying, I'm going to choose to be a victor. Maybe I lost my job. Maybe I got laid off. I'm going to go take control of this situation and start a business and start creating some revenue and creating a brand and things like that. So one of the things people run into when they're starting their business, or maybe when they're launching something new within their business or a new brand or a new course or whatever, is identifying their ideal customer avatar or their customer persona or their ideal client, right? That's something everybody should do out of the gate. Like, who are you trying to attract? Because if you don't know who you're talking to, if you don't know who you're trying to attract, you're going to attract anybody. And I'm telling you right now, you don't want to attract just anybody. You want to attract people who are interested in you, interested in your product, people who will come to know, like, and trust you, stick around and be lifetime customers, not just transactional customers, but will stick around and become super fans or whatever you want to call them. Hey, Jackie, thank you for saying hello. So you got to be pretty smart right out of the chute about how you talk to your audience and what do you talk to them about? What are the problems or the concerns? I'm going to give you a really cool technique. I heard Tony Robbins do this a couple weeks ago. He shared this with us at an event I was at. But I've heard other people use it in similar ways, and I'm going to give you some other ways you could use it too. It's called the Amazon technique. Okay, so go on Amazon and look up the top 10 books that you think your ideal customer or client would be interested in. One of the ways you could do that is just put the things they might be interested in the search field, and you're going to get book recommendations. The Amazon search engine is pretty good. Okay, so go on Amazon. Put in some of the data that you think were the problems or the concerns or the things or the aspirational things that people want to learn about, how to hit a golf ball better, how to have better relationships, how to attract people so you can date them, how to cook in an Instant Pot. I don't know what it is you do, but put that in there and then look at the top 10 books. And sometimes look at the top 10 books and the ones that are recommended when you click in on that book, okay? But look at the top 10 books and take note of the words that are used in the 5-star reviews and the 1-star reviews. Look at the words, look at the themes, look at the things people are talking about. And obviously pick bestsellers, like pick the best ones in the category. You want to have lots of data points and you want to try to pick reviews. A lot of times on Amazon, the reviews, and then people can vote the reviews up or down, like this was helpful. So look for 5-star reviews. A lot of people said this is helpful, and read it and write down some of the words or copy some of those words into a spreadsheet or a document somewhere. And do that for 10 books. Look at the 5 stars, look at a bunch of the 5 stars, like 10, 20 of the 5-star reviews, and look at the 1-star reviews. Okay, pick up some themes, the pros and the cons. You're going to pick up specific words that are used in each, and then do that for every single book. Okay, you can go through and do that. If you want to take it to another level, you could take other people that are in your industry that may have similar clients of yours and go look at their Facebook pages, their business pages. And a lot of times people can leave reviews. Do the same thing there. Look at what people are talking about that love that thing, that person, and what they're talking about, the things they like. And then look at the people who didn't like it so much and see what they're talking about, see what they like, see what's going on in their head, okay? Now, I didn't prepare this idea. This just came to me. But then what you could do is, if you wanted, there's a thing called word clouds. Okay, word clouds. There's a lot of free word cloud generators. If you just look them up, you'll find one. I'm sure there's paid ones too. But a word cloud basically is you put a whole bunch of text into this little thing, and it will give you the most popular words. It gives you the words in a cloud, but the ones that are used the most often are usually biggest and boldest in the word cloud. So you could take all the good information, you could copy that, throw it in a word cloud generator, and look at it. And it'll pop out at you. And the big words, the big themes, the big things that people love will pop out at you. Okay. Do the same for the negative things, right? So now you have the things that people are attracted to in your audience, the good things, the aspirational things, the positive things. And you also have the things that they don't like so much or maybe are repelling them. And when it comes to branding and putting stuff out there, one of the best things you can do is use the language that your audience uses to get in the conversation that's already in their head. And then you want to do one of two things, because human beings all want to do one of two things. We are either going towards pleasure or avoiding pain. So I just gave you the words that are pleasurable to them, the things they like, the things they're attracted to, and the things they don't like so much. So in your word, you can use the vocabulary, you can use the exact words. You can get into the conversation that's in their head. You can use some of these bullet points in your email subject lines, in your emails, in your courses, in whatever it is you're doing, in your ads. Use the words. Now you didn't have to pay for market research and do all this other stuff. You could just, that'll get you enough to get started. And then once you create your own funnel pages or your own ads or whatever, then if you want to split test or do A/B testing, whatever floats your boat as it relates to doing your marketing and measuring your marketing, which you should do, by the way. Marketing is both an art and a science. Don't just measure it by dollars on the end. That's a lagging indicator. You'll go bankrupt if that's the only indicator you have. You want to do some A/B testing up front. What are people clicking on? What are they not clicking on? What do they like? What don't they like? But I just gave you a shortcut, a quick, easy way to get at that stuff quickly. Okay. Another thing you could do, especially now in this age of everybody being at home and there's lots of virtual events, you can go to people that are in your space, competitors, other people that would be maybe partners in your space, and think big, think way bigger than you. Look at some of their streams that they did, live streams they did on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, if you can find them. They're a little harder to find on Instagram because they don't always save them, and look at what their fans are asking them, especially if they're doing live Q&As. What are they asking? What's going on? What questions are they asking? What's on their mind? What do they want to know? What problems do they have? And then you know the problems they have, so then you can help them solve it. Okay. Israel says, great tip. Thanks, man. So I'll give you one other one while I'm here. I'm full of good stuff today. I want to keep this under 10 minutes, but I'm full of something. I'm sure many of you think, but I think today we're full of good stuff. One other thing you could do, once you have these words and you have these questions and you have these struggles, then you can go to Google and you can type in the words in Google, and you know how Google autocomplete will finish the sentence. So you could start typing in some of those words or some of those phrases, and then you'll see what people search for on Google, because it will autocomplete the most popular things. So you could look at that autocomplete list. So now you had some themes, the things people liked, some themes of things people didn't like. You could pop that into all these resources I just showed you. Why not use the technology that's available to you? You know, these companies have built incredible recommendation engines and algorithms. Why not use them to your advantage? Amazon, Google, Facebook, YouTube, right? Go into Google, watch the autocomplete. Ask the questions. Ask the beginning of the question that your audience might be asking, that I just share with you how to go find. Okay. And then watch what happens to Google autocomplete. Right there, you have saved yourself hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in market research and focus groups and stuff like that. And now you have a pretty good idea of what's on your customers' minds. And one of the keys, because I know a lot of you, when you're just getting started, you're not going to hire a copywriter, and you probably aren't a good copywriter. Maybe you could write good English presentations in college or high school, but writing copy is different than writing for literature class or for journalism, right? Writing journalism is different than writing for literature class, which is different than writing persuasive copy. But if you do all this homework, you'll at least have some words now where you can start pulling those levers. And then if you layer all that on top of one of my favorite books of all time, Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion by Dr. Robert Cialdini, if you start using those things like liking and scarcity and commitment, consistency and reciprocity, and I always miss one. There's 6 of them. If you put all those things together, you will be well on your way to speaking your customer's language and having success with them right off the bat. The biggest problem I see with people is they have a good idea, they want to launch it to the marketplace, and all the while I'm telling them, build your email list, build your email list, build your email list. And like, how do I do it? I don't know how to talk to my audience. I don't know what's going on. I just gave you a shortcut in 10 minutes and 15 seconds of how you could make that happen. Okay. I could have charged you. I considered making this, what I just shared with you in 10 minutes, a paid thing, and just embellishing on it a little more and giving people examples and showing real time and making it like a paid course or something. There are consultants that will charge you thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars for that information. I just give it to you for free. The question is, will you value it the way it should be valued? Because it's free, I think some of you won't. But I just gave you tens of thousands of dollars of valuable information in 10 minutes that if you would go put that to play in your business for your idea, for the thing that you're doing, I think you will have much greater success than you already are currently having. Okay. I can't guarantee it, but it's as close to as guarantee as I can give you, right? Because that, it gets you in the minds of your customer. If you want to be a good copywriter, if you want to have success, all you have to start doing is finishing the sentences or answering the questions that are in the minds of your ideal customer and client. And then they say, wow, it's like Israel or Teresa or Mary or Jackie or Dave. It's like they were talking to me. It's like they were in my head. It's because if you do what I just taught you, you will be in their head, which will result in more bread for you. Okay. Get in their head. You'll earn the bread. All right. Hope that served you. Have an awesome day. See ya.